Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Heist back with another CSGO video. And this time I'm just doing a little quick preview of ESL Pro League Season 14. As I'm not going to pick any individual games in this video, I just want to kind of look at the landscape and what's changed. And some of the outlook for the season. Of course, there's a lot of roster changes coming into the season. And it's just a matter of seeing what teams will stay in top form after the break and which teams are kind of going to fall off a little bit. So, Bad News Bears, one of the few NA teams out there, trying out their new roster with Sheikh Sula. That'll be worth keeping an eye on because they're going to be heavy underdogs in every game. I don't expect some of the North American teams like EG and Bad News Bears to do that well, but you want to keep an eye out for them because in the event that they do upset, you're going to be up a lot of money because they're going to be underdogs pretty much in any matchup you can throw at them. Some of the younger players, we have to keep an eye out on to see how they're shaping up. Like Hyojin on Vitality, is he going to be a reliable fifth for this team? Is he going to be, one of the top young players out there? Just kind of previewing what is going to happen. So there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of information out there for you guys, but at the end of the day, I think you want to just think ahead and see what teams you think are going to be undervalued, because there's certain teams, I think like Vitality is a good example, Spirit is a good example. They're just under the top tier, top 5 teams. Teams in the top 10 but not the top 5, I think they're going to be worth investing in because I think their odds are going to be kind of in their favor. We all know what the best teams are, but you're really finding these edges in the games where the medium teams are able to upset, teams in the top 10, top 15 who are kind of overlooked, and I think that's kind of the best way to go about it. So if we can see a little bit more about ESL Pro League Season 14, let's just take a little preview of the groups and just pick some of the teams I think you should look out for. Of course, Spirit I would keep an eye on. And I think ENCE is interesting because they're so untested with their new roster. They're going to do very well or do very poorly. I would watch the first couple games and then kind of go from there. This is going to be a very hard group. As you can see, it's stacked with a lot of good teams. On the other hand, Complexity with the roster changes, getting rid of Rush. I'm not sure how they'll do, though I think they can't be playing worse than they have in recent days. Their team wasn't working, and I feel they'll come out of this fresh. OG, I think they're going to do well after that embarrassing Cologne debacle. They're usually better online, so you just kind of want to look at some of these groups and analyze some of these teams and see how they're going to do early on. But in terms of some underdog kind of selections you want to keep an eye on, I'd pick teams like Fnatic, teams like Bad News Bears, teams like Force, teams that are just not on the obvious, G2, Na'Vi, FaZe, like outside of those star kind of teams. That's where we're getting the value, so that's where I would keep an eye out, because if you're just going to bet the top 5 teams all the time, you're not going to make that much profit. So, I'm looking forward to the season. I'll come out with another video breaking down the individual matches a bit more, but just some initial thoughts. You kind of want to do some research before the season starts and try to pick teams that are undervalued, that are going to give you better odds before they start, getting some W's under their name. So that's just some quick thoughts on that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Alright, peace.